Angie Freeman just wonders if she's on the right track in terms of what she can do to increase her income. Also, if Ruth or Dwight has anything to say to her from the other side. And she just says Merry Christmas to all. Season's greetings to you there, Angie. Of course, for the financial type thing, I didn't know whether to do a tarot reading for that, or to use the fortune cards or something of that nature, like runes or something, you know. There's some other article. But considering there was like just this request to see if we can contact somebody from the other side, Ruth or Dwight there, I thought let's try something for a change. Let's see if Ruth or Dwight can help. See if we can contact either one. I don't know which one it'll be, but I thought we'll try and use the spirit board here, often referred to as Ouija board, but of course Ouija is a trademark, isn't it? So it's really just a spirit board. Ouija board is a spirit board with the name Ouija on it. Of course, we and jar is French and German for yes, so effectively it's a yes board if you want to do the Ouija side of it. But of course the spirit board here, in this case, this spirit board is dedicated to the angels, so this is an angel board. And of course we've got the planchette here with the angel's wings on. Notice the angel's wings symbolise the movement of messages, with the pointer there just got these little legs on it here, so that the pointer or the planchette, little plank, can just move about there or whatever. Of course, there are various myths, aren't there, with the Ouija board or the spirit board. If the pointer moves through all the four corners, or if it moves in a figure of 8, or it goes through the letters of the alphabet and the numbers backwards, and things like that, then that's an evil spirit and all. There seems to be more signs of evil than there are of good somehow. But them are the myths aside with spirit boards. Let's deal with the practicalities and the reality of don't really expect anything. Just view it with an open mind, and we'll just see what happens. I normally put 2 fingers of each hand there, the index finger and the middle finger of each hand on the pointer there, just so you can move it freely there. I tend to get this sort of clockwise thing. If it starts going around the other way, I tend to think that's more of a negative rotation. I don't know why. Maybe because it's clockwise and anti-clockwise or something like that, I don't know. It's just a thing that I've got, and it's an OCD thing, or it's just the thing that's gone in my head. I don't know. There could be a reason for it. I don't know. If somebody out there might know, you can probably post a comment or something, maybe, if the comments are left open there for you. Back to Angie, of course. I think we'll now try and just settle down here and try and see if somebody's there available to have a word with on the other side. I'm sure they're just still listening in there. So let's just try and start off silently there, and just try and just get our fingers there. That's it, because the other point has got like these legs there, so that's it there, nicely balanced. So of course you just got to touch it lightly, really. You can't press down or anything like that. You just have to touch it lightly. That's what we have to do there. Spirits, are there any spirits here who would like to communicate with Angie, this setting as we hear now, just at sunset? Just made sure we chose sunset. around about just before 4 o'clock the sun set, so it's dusk now, and we'll be heading for the darkness soon. Notice I was just going around, and that's sort of clockwise. That's probably me, or that's just what normally happens with me. I don't know if it's habitual, or if it's just something that's happening now. But it looks like there's energy there coming in. Spirit of Ruth or Dwight, I wonder if you could make yourself present for Angie if you've a message. She wants to know, of course, about the finances and things like that, and how to increase it, or if she's on the right track. She wants to know if she's on the right track, I suppose, really. But let's first of all ask Spirit, is the Spirit, are you present here? Would you like to help us? Is there a Spirit here present right now who can help? Who can help Angie there, if there's just a Spirit there, and it's moving up to there. Yes, so that's yes. It looks of it, yes. Just over the E of yes, and we just allow it to just fall back again like that. Thank you, Spirit, for your presence. Just right now, though, just before we start, I would like to ask a very important question to you, if you don't mind. Are you a spirit of the light, or are you a spirit of the darkness? Are you of the sun, or are you of the moon? Could you just like to confirm that, please? And it's just to the sun. Thank you very much, Spirit. You are a spirit of the light. Thank you for that confirmation. Could you? I wonder if you could tell us who you are. What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? I think we might know who this might be. That's the letter R. Just going around in circles. R. Just going around in circles on the letter U. U. Okay. The hole looks a bit smaller than the letters on this board, doesn't it? I got a funny feeling if we can, shall we ask if is it T? T, yes. I got a funny feeling we know who this is. Is that just shot to the H's? I was just thinking. I was just going to ask, is that Ruth? To see if it went to yes or no, but that's Ruth. Is that we'll just confirm? Is that you, Ruth? There is that you, Ruth? Just hovering over the S of the yes, actually, just between the E and the S. Okay, thanks very much, Ruth. Pleased to meet you. Welcome to our setting. Angie was just wanting. She had a question. We were going to do a tarot reading for her there, Ruth. But given the fact that there was just the question of wanting to know if you or Dwight was there, or D White or whatever the name is there, she was just wondering if she was on the right track for increasing her finances, just increasing her income there. I wonder if you could answer that question. Would you be all right if you answered that question for us, Ruth? Would you mind answering that question? Yes, just over the E of the yes. Okay. Well, let's just ask you the question then. You're all knowing, you're in spirit, you're all knowing, you're in the light there, Ruth. Is Angie on the right track for increasing her finances? Is she on the right track for increasing her finances, Ruth? And the answer, yes, it's gone to yes, so that's okay. Maybe she probably knew that, really, didn't she, Ruth? But I just thought we'd ask Spirit, and you've come through for us, and that's okay, isn't it? And are you okay yourself, Ruth? Are you doing okay yourself? Is there? You're doing okay yourself in the spirit realm there? Yes. Okay, that's okay. Okay, Ruth. Well, really, that was really just the question I wanted to ask you. Unless have you got a message for Angie? Is there anything you may have want to say? Maybe. Oh, I didn't know if that was going to go, and it's gone. So you've got a message for other than the answer to the question that she needed, of course. Have you? What's the message? I wonder if you could spell that out for us, or anything. Or A. We've got the letter A. Get your pen out here and just write down the letter A. T. Is that the letter T? The letters are just a bit big for the hole, aren't they? Yeah, that's where they appear. A-T. P. E. A-T. P. E. A. Oh, I think P. C. E. At peace. Is that what you're trying to say, Ruth? At peace? You're at peace? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes. That's okay, Ruth, isn't it? But then you are in the light. You're with the angels. Are you with the angels? Are you in the light with the angels? Is that okay with you there? You're that's it. Yes, great stuff. That's wonderful. That's great news, that, isn't it, Ruth? I'm sure that Angie will be pleased about that, won't she? Is there anything else that you'd like to share? Any other message that you'd like to share with Angie at all, Ruth? It's sort of wanting to go to, oh yes, it's sort of wanted, sort of like in the middle there. I wonder what that would be, Ruth. I wonder what can you tell us? Can you tell us what that would be? I don't know what that is. As in Mike, or what's that? Letter Q. MQ. What's MQ? I wonder what that is then. MQ. What's MQ? Does that mean anything? MQ. That's strange, isn't it? MQ. J. The letter J. N. Letter N. J. MQ. J. N. Oh dear. I don't know. Oh, an S. It's just gone on the letter S. I don't know what that is. Is that? What's that? We don't. Oh. Is that it, Ruth? Is that it? Yeah. So I don't know what that is. Although I don't know what it is, though. Angie might be able to know. Would she know maybe what that is? will Angie know what that may mean or be? Yes? Okay, well, we'll leave it with Angie then, and let's just hope that that's okay with you there. I think really you've answered the questions. Is there anything else you would like to share with Angie at all? Just going to no. That's the first no we've had tonight, isn't it? No. Okay then. Well, that's at least it's a positive sort of no, isn't it? If you know what I mean. So yes, Ruth. Thanks for that information. It's pleased to meet you anyway, and nice to see you can spell things out clearly and get the message across. Although that last one was a bit of a cryptic clue, I think. Really, I think we'd have to check the crossword puzzle in the newspaper. Maybe that's laughing and joking apart. Of course, I hope you've got a sense of humour, Ruth. That's just how it appeared. But of course, if it means something to Angie, then it'll be okay. I think what we're going to now do, Ruth, is it okay if we now close the session? Close the board and allow you to return back to the light for where you're in now. It's okay as that? Yes, it's okay? Right, okay then. So what we'll do then, thank you for your presence, Ruth. Thank you for your message, and for Angie that she's on the right track for her finances and for increasing her income, and you're at peace. That's the main thing, isn't it? It's just nice to know. Even just saying that is brilliant news, I think. So with that, Angie, I think we'll just say we'll just say what we normally do when we use the mediumship cards, which is that love is the law, love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we now part, and Ruth, merry may we meet again. So for now, I'd like to say goodbye. And as we do close, and we just pull the pointer toward the goodbye, let's all just close our eyes and imagine a portal, like a door with a portal with a door, and the door just closing, and with a light through the door, the portal. And as we pull it over goodbye, then we just visualise the door closing on that light and the light going out. And as we do, it just comes over there like that over goodbye. Farewell, Ruth. Rest in peace, and we just pull the pointer off the edge like so, and that closes the setting. We have to make sure that once we've opened, we have to close as well. I suppose you could say it's about like taking an umbrella out when it's raining. As soon as you come in, you shake the umbrella before you come in the door. You don't sort of bring a wet umbrella and shake it all over the house, do you? Or I chuck mine in the bath normally, or the nearest sink or something where I can. But it's a similar sort of thing like that. You don't sit around with your raincoat on. You take your coat off, don't you? And you close the session that you were doing when you were out. Now you've come in, and it's the sort of thing where we finished the setting now, and we've closed the setting, and now Ruth is at peace, as she said. That's great news, isn't it, to know that, and hopefully that I hope you've written it down. You can, I suppose, watch this video again, can't you, Angie, to try and work out what that bit of a cryptic message was. I didn't quite get all that myself. I couldn't work it out, but there was certain, maybe if it means something to you, of course. So with that then, I thought we'd just try the angel board and ask the angel realm, and it seems to work quite. It's pretty comfortable, isn't it? It's a nice, comfortable sort of feel to it. It doesn't feel dark or anything like that, does it? That's what I tend to like about the psychic circle, which is another spirit board, but that's got more. This is what you could call a bog standard spirit board or Ouija board or whatever. But the psychic circle, of course, maybe as you've seen earlier on, it's got more symbols on and things, so just when the pointer moves to one thing, you can get more out of it, if you know what I mean. But of course, this is back to basics, old school, and that's what it's about, isn't it? So with that then, less said about other things, For now, I think, Angie, I hope that's okay for you. Blessed be to Ruth, who came through. Blessed be to you there, Ruth, and all absent friends.